Welcome back to ARCA Network. I am your host, Daryl Kogan. Tonight, we have the Henry Ford Health 200 at Michigan. Today, this one's going to be a tough, long race. It's at a long track, so get ready to go racing. Welcome to Michigan International Speedway. Drivers to watch tonight are Brendan Queen, William Sawalich, and Wallace Allen. These three drivers are great. Upcoming events are practice, qualifying, and the race at 5 p.m. tonight. Thank you. How do you feel about racing at Michigan today?
Yeah, today it's definitely going to be, Michigan's a big track, and I feel like it's going to be a little bit difficult today. It's going to be a little difficult. It's a big track, so big track, shorter laps. I like this track. I've never drove it, though. Did it a little bit in practice and qualifying. It was actually pretty fast-paced. It was pretty good. It was a pretty good track to drive at, so we're definitely going to figure out what we need to do next so we can keep winning. Because as of right now, we're on like a 8 or 9 win streak, I think. And we're still the only one that's won this season. That's really good for me. Because I feel like the title, we're coming for that title. Coming for the title, and everything. So it's really good that we're able to do this. And I want to say thanks to you, to my crew. My crew's an absolutely great team. Great stuff. They put a lot of work into this car and to make it work today where it's at.
Nolan, what are some of your goals today at Michigan?
Yeah, so what my goals are today is just try to drive as clean as possible. It's definitely going to be difficult to there at the starts and the restarts are definitely going to be difficult because you're all bottled up, bunched up against each other, and it's definitely going to be difficult to drive through and weave in and out. But it is a big track anyway, so feel like we should be okay. But we're just going to see what we can do.
Well, thank you, Nolan, for being here.
Thank you, Daryl.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are about to be underway here at Michigan International Speedway. Green flag is out. It's time to go racing. We are underway. At Michigan International Speedway, we are on board with Nolan Kravitz, an 8-time ARCA race winner here this season. The only person that has won, chasing his 9th win here at Michigan. Going into 1 and 2, a little smoke off the tires. Maybe a little bit of wheel spin from him. Here he goes. He's already moving up next to Jake Bowman up through there, up through the middle. There's Steve Lewis. He's going to the inside of Steve Lewis. So a little fun fact about you see on the back of his window there, it shows Nolanator. Well, when he was racing in his state or in his community, people there called him the Nolanator because he was a dominator. He dominated the whole race and the whole thing. And caution is out. We've got a wreck behind us. Let's see what happened there. What in the world was that? So Nolan goes low, goes up next to Jason Kitzmiller, kind of bumps. Jason Kitzmiller comes down and he tries to turn. Nolan gets sideways and he saves it. And Trevor Huddleston is just a victim in that one. That was crazy. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are about to be back underway here at Michigan International Speedway. And we are back underway. Green flag is out. And we are back underway here at Michigan International Speedway for the Henry Ford Health 200. Here we go, traveling into 1 and 2. Riding along with Nolan Kravitz on the bottom. Here we go, coming to the back straightaway. Riding along next to Greg Van Alst, I believe. This is a long track. I think it's about 2.5 miles. 2.5 mile long track, I believe. So it's a very long track, but there's only 25 laps in this race, so it's not too long. So just stick with us, and we'll give you some great racing action. There we go, back down to the front straightaway. We've already had one crash, Jason Kitzmiller and Trevor Huddleston. So Jason Kitzmiller, he traveled down into Nolan apparently, and then it just kind of messed up there. There goes Nolan. He's right behind Greg Van Alst there going. Either that's Jason Kitzmiller there, or I'm just not seeing anything right. Yeah, that's Kitzmiller. I do not know who the 79 is. He just passed Lever Scott there. So now he is in, I believe, fifth. Yes, fifth place behind Jake Finch. Jake Finch is another great driver. Him and Nolan had a rivalry at Bristol. They still have that rivalry. So let's see what's going to happen here. They haven't really talked. They've just kind of kept their ground. So they've not really had any encounters lately. So right here's the next big encounter here. They're just riding along. Nolan trying to catch a draft behind them, see what he can do. See Brendan Queen out in the front, William Sawalich, then Lawless Allen, Jake Finch in fourth, and Nolan Cravens in fifth. There's your top five of this race. Going into 3 and 4, Brendan Queen dips low, and everybody else is finally lining up for some choo-choo racing, except Nolan. Nolan's on the outer ledge of the racetrack, and he's pulled up next to Jake Finch. But can Jake Finch hold out on him? Nolan kind of passes Jake Finch, but Jake Finch finds a way to get up beside of him, and it's probably that side draft off of him. Jake Finch still in front of him. Nolan Craven still hooked onto him. He goes to the outside lane, trying to see if he can do anything on the outside lane. There he goes, trying to get up next to that wall, really close to the wall, trying to get to Lawless Allen now. This is really action-packed here. Here we go. He's in fourth now. Brendan Queen, William Sawalich, and then Lawless Allen. He's still sticking to that kind of outside ring there, and now he goes to the inside, trying to get to the inside of Lawless Allen. Finally goes back up into line. Here we go. Some nice old-fashioned choo-choo racing. Let's see how this goes, ladies and gentlemen. Going back into 1 and 2. Here we go. He's still hooked onto him. He's probably the only one, and he's still trying to chase that outside line. Maybe he knows something that the other drivers don't know about the outside lane. He's also getting close to that wall over there. Him and Lawless Allen might be brushing sides over there. Now he's in third. He's just got to catch up to William Sawalich and Brendan Queen. William Sawalich is a great driver. So is Brendan Queen. Brendan Queen and William Sawalich are two of the best drivers, and Nolan's probably one of the best drivers that I've seen in such a long time. But Brendan Queen has got such a long lead, I don't know if they'll be able to catch up to him. Look at that. But Nolan Cravens is hooked on. Nope, he is still pushing that outside lane. He knows something that none of these drivers do here about the outside lane. He knows that this outside lane is crucial. See, look at that. He's going right up beside William Sawalich. Does he get by him? He's racing down on the inside lane now, trying to push outwards, and he gets by William Sawalich, and now he's just got to chase down Brendan Queen. And it looks like he might do it. Him and Brendan Queen they do have a rivalry, because I think it might have been Talladega or something. It might have been Talladega, but Brendan Queen got into Nolan. Nolan wasn't having it, and he retaliated, and he put him in the wall. So we'll see if that happens again today. Well, Nolan Cravens has closed it to about half of a car length against each other. Nolan Cravens dipping down low, hooked right onto him. He's trying to pick up that draft. He's still pushing the outside lane a little bit. Going up. He is hooked onto him. He's literally pushing that draft there. He's going back into 1 and 2 after that one. Brendan Queen has gone to the outside, and he lost him a little bit. And still, Nolan Craven's pushing that outside lane, and he knows something that none of these drivers do. I know I keep saying that, but he does. And look at that. He is just hooked on to Brendan Queen. But will he be able to take the lead? See, look at this. He stayed like this for a few laps now. I think it's about 2 or 3. But he is hooked on to Brendan Queen. But will he have enough to actually move out and get in front of him? But it doesn't look like he will. He keeps trying, but he can't. So let's see if he can do it. Here we go. Back into 1 and 2. Nolan Cravens pushing the bottom line. Still going back to the outside. He goes really wide after that. I think he gains a lot more speed. Oh, and he's lost it to about a car and a half length between them. So there goes Nolan Cravens. He's right on the bumper of Brendan Queen. He's literally drafting He's literally drafting Brendan Queen so hard. They're neck and neck coming to the line. Will Nolan Cravens be able to take over Brendan Queen right here? It doesn't look like it, but he's still pushing that bottom lane really hard. Brendan Queen has found out that taking the top lane works pretty good. And he has just blasted away from Nolan Cravens. I don't know if Nolan Cravens can do it today. Today might not be his day. Today he might break his 8-win streak. Tonight it might be the night. But he has gotten so far from William Sawalich, though. They have both got so far from him. And there he goes. He's still trying to push that top lane. They're neck and neck. But Nolan Cravens loses a little bit there. Still trying to push onto Brendan Queen. He goes to the outside. See if he can do something. Oh, the 85 spins out. The 85 spins out. Let's take a look at that. He just spins out and he hits a wall there. And I don't know what happened there. Blow a tire or something. Maybe just spun out and got loose. Well, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. We are riding along with Nolan Cravens, and we are about to be back underway. We're back underway here at Michigan International Speedway, along with Nolan Cravens here. Let's see what happens. So there we go. They're going into 1 and 2 here, all next to each other. Let's see what's going to happen. Nolan Cravens still hooked onto Brendan Queen's side right there. You can see that their rivalry has reignited. You can tell that they've got that rivalry rekindled in the fire. William Sawalich still trying to lock on here. Brendan Queen and Nolan Cravens still trying to lock on. William Sawalich to the inside. It's 3 wide, ladies and gentlemen. It's about to be 3 wide. We are 3 wide here. Oh, Brendan Queen in the wall. And then Nolan retaliates and for something. And he's in the wall, Brendan Queen. Let's see what happened there. He goes up, dings Brendan Queen, spins out, and he spins out right there. Right there it goes, down in there. And yeah, just retaliates against Brendan Queen. You can tell that rivalry is fired up. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we will let you enjoy the rest of your race tonight. So we will pick back up at the finish. there you have it. Nolan Cravens wins his 9th win of the ARCA Menards Series season. You can pause if you'd like to see the race results. Let's listen in to him during the race.
Oh, what was that for? Oh, come on, you just caused a huge crash behind you. What were you thinking? I've had enough of you hitting me into the wall. Yeah, see how you like that one, bud. Like, does he have to seriously knock me into the wall just to keep me from taking the lead, bro? Yeah, number 9! Woo! Let's do that! Woo! Thank y'all, boys. Thank you so much, crew. Thank you so much.
What happened between you and Brendan Queen?
Well, I tell you what, I don't know what got into Brendan Queen there. He was just, every time I'd try to go high up against the wall, he would always hit me and go put me close to the wall, and I even scraped the wall a few times because of it. So at the end, I was like, I had enough of this. So I kind of slid over, put him kind of close to the wall. He slid up and he slid, and he just went and spun out, and I don't know who he collected back there. I think it was only one though, and I'm sorry to that one person that got collected into that. It was not intended for you. It was just a little bit of retaliation from what he done to me a few times. And honestly, William Sawalich, I'm fine with him. He was good. I did not mean to get into the back of him. I might have gotten to the little bit of his left rear. Didn't mean to do that on purpose. That was I accidentally went up too high on that one. Now, I don't even know what in the world was going on in that first crash there. Trevor Huddleston and I think it was Jason Kitzmiller. They were, okay, I come up low, and then Jason Kitzmiller goes down a little bit and turns me sideways, so I finally get back straight. Jason Kitzmiller gets a little loose, and he gets into Trevor Huddleston. Trevor Huddleston spins out, and Jason Kitzmiller, he saves it somehow, so... But yeah, I don't know. Today it was just an absolute mess. A few other wrecks were in there too. So I mean, but hopefully the next race at Lime Rock Park will hopefully be better than today. It's a road course. Never really driven on a road course, so we're gonna see how that one goes. So we'll find out.
All right, thank you, Nolan.
All right, thank you, Dale.